Roz Hernandez is here. How are you doing, Roz?
Hi, Tom.
It's so nice to see you.
Oh my God, I'm a great comedian. Thank you.
Of course you knew that, though.
Yes,
you knew that.
Me and all the greats.
All the greats. The Mount Rushmore. Who would be on the Mount Rushmore?
Yakov
Your Mount Rushmore.
Smirnoff.
Yakov would be there?
But just a bunch of 80s.
Sure.
Judy Tenuta.
The late, great Judy Tenuta.
The late, great Judy Tenuta. Me. And then like a wild card. Like, what about like, oh God. I don't know who's coming to mind for you.
Bert Kreischer.
There we go. Listen, here's the thing. I took one improv class during the pandemic, and it was over Zoom, and we had a very bad internet connection, and so my improv is not always the best.
No, I'm not looking. This is not. We're not doing. We're just having a conversation.
We need a suggestion for the audience.
Yeah, can we get a suggestion? I saw a comedian that I will not name do Ass Cat once, and they could not think of a thing to say. The person was like, okay, we get any suggestion, and then they go frogs, and he's like, frogs, and it's just like, then ended up just talking about something that had nothing to do with frogs, because it was just like, I can't do this.
I think I did that once, and they were like, because you can go, frogs remind me of summertime, which reminds me of the time I was working at ice cream shop.
All you need to do is that one cheap bridge to whatever you wanted to talk about anyway.
And it can be a big old bridge if you need it to be.
This comedian would not even do the bridge. It was just like
frogs.
I don't know. I'm just going to talk about Thai food. And that was the leap. No, but don't worry about improv. You're here. You're just talking. I'm the one who should be worried. You're one of the greats.
Apparently. This is news to me.
No, it's news. It's not you. Then you're the last one to get the news because
that's how I like it these days. There's nothing I want on this news.
Yeah. I have not watched the news since election night.
Good for you.
I've avoided it. It finds you. It just finds me.
You can't avoid it.
I can't avoid it. I find out everything that's going on. I just don't go toward it. I just let it find me, and then I know about things, and then and I'm a little bit happier, I think.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit happier.
I bet you are.
Yeah, I'm trying, Roz.
But there's a lot of great stuff going on out there.
It just seems like take your pick.
Feel good stories.
Yes.
Remember I feel like that era is over of like, this squirrel can snowboard.
Yeah.
Like, we don't get that anymore.
Yeah.
There's no time.
Now it's like, remember this snowboarding squirrel?
Well, guess what he believes in now.
Got deported. Now, Roz, you are a stand-up.
Yes.
But you also host. You love the spooky stuff.
I like to talk about spooky stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Like ghosts. I like to talk about aliens to people that are cool about it, because it can very easily just turn into like, talk about the bridge to all of a sudden QAnon.
It does not take much.
So I try to just kind of, I love to hear about a good alien abduction.
Conspiracy stuff used to be a hoot. It was a hoot. It was so much fun. People talk about, there's, did you ever listen to Art Bell? Were you an Art Bell fan?
Yes. Yes. And that's like one of my dreams is to like, because he lived in
Paw Rump.
Yeah, in Nevada. Yeah. And just like took calls, and I love that.
The middle of the night. It was
smoking cigarettes.
And he would just be like, I remember one time he talked about something called Mel's Hole, which was... Of
course, we've covered it on my pod.
Mel's Hole. Okay.
Mel's Hole, yes, which is a hole that this man used to put things in this hole, and the hole may or may not have ever existed, and sometimes he would put things down there and they'd come back up, and it was all and then the government came and they shut down his hole, and he wasn't allowed in his hole anymore. It was
That's bad news when they shut your hole down.
You never want the government anywhere near your hole.
But wasn't it like a portal to hell also? Didn't he wasn't there some kind of... He
lost the plot at a certain point. Okay. Yeah. Because I've Googled and I've listened to all of them, because the man would come back years later and a little update on the hole, and it starts getting wild. It's harder and harder to believe, but it's fun.
It was. They used to just be a blast. You'd be like, well, maybe if you play a cassette, the beginning part, you can hear a ghost talking during the hiss at the beginning of a thing, and then now it's just like, now everybody, I don't want you to exist.
Yeah.
That's where the conspiracy stuff is now.
And, I really seek out fun stories that are somehow in that world. And I'm lucky that the people that listen to it will send me anytime there is something. And when there is, because there's not enough these days, but when there is something fun, I just go crazy for it. There was a woman that she's doing pretty well in the UK, and she makes predictions with asparagus.
Okay.
And they call her the Asparamancer. And she has made really accurate predictions.
Now, how do you make a prediction with asparagus? How does the asparagus
takes a big old handful of them, and I think she throws them down, and then she's like, okay, the prince is going to have a son this year. She can tell you or who's going to win the soccer game or whatever. But she made a prediction about the election that made us all really excited, and then it didn't pan out.
Yeah.
So if you can't trust the asparagus.
Yeah, bad batch of asparagus that time.
It's not a good batch.
Yeah. It's now, but you've been doing a show called The Haunted Doll.
Oh, yeah. And then The Haunted Doll, too. Yeah. My podcast is Ghosted by Roz Hernandez.
Yeah. The podcast is Ghosted. You've been doing that for a few years.
Yeah.
But the stuff you're doing on The Haunted Doll, which is they're on YouTube.
They're on YouTube. Yeah. I've done 4 of them, but one of them I had technical difficulties, so I never released it. But I'm hoping to do more of them. And that is me going to haunted hotel rooms that I rent out. Well, I stay, because that's the thing. I would love to rent out an abandoned hospital, but it's not in my price range, and it's not safe. So, I find these haunted hotels, but they have to be specifically places that are room 307.
When you did the one with the haunted rocking chair.
Yes.
That was room 305.
That one was in Flagstaff, Arizona.
So you went to you heard about this hotel room where there is a haunted rocking chair.
Yes.
In the room.
Yes. That moves on its own, and allegedly people have made videos of it moving. I don't know. And it's been on the TV shows that have gone to those places. And so I wanted to go see. And another thing with no budget is that I don't have a crew or anything. It's literally me driving out to Flagstaff with my camera. But then I had this great idea to go on Grindr and see if any of my gay fan base would recognize me and want to join me. So I've been finding guys on Grindr that come ghost hunt with me.
Sure, because you went on to Grindr on that one, and then some guy's like, I'm not dressed up, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
I was like, I guess perfect.
I'll come hang out.
Let's do it. Yeah. And the Grindr experience has been it's been its own situation.
Yeah. It's a fun detour in a horror, like a ghost paranormal podcast, when you jump on Grindr and see who's hanging out.
Yes, absolutely.
So with all this stuff though, when you go in a room like that, see, I'm scared. I get scared of nothing. I'm scared.
By the way, I want you to come on Ghosted.
I'm scared of that can of Fresca you got in front of you right
haunted.
Now. Well,
it's possessed. There's a demon inside of it.
I usually assume there's some sort of demon in something or something's going to get me.
That's my other obsession is the haunted eBay dolls, which I do on my podcast. And I've seen a haunted Snicker bar. I've seen all these things that people are selling on eBay.
Yeah.
But sorry, what were you saying?
I was just saying, I'm a coward. You go into these rooms and you plant your flag and you're just like staring at a rocking chair to see if it's moving. And I'm watching you watch it and I'm like, I think I did see it move.
I know. Well, like, you go crazy.
It just starts to play with your mind when you're like staring at it and you're like, I do think I saw something.
Well, especially because I try to get as much camera coverage as possible, including using my phone as a camera. So I'll like set that up someplace. And I'm like, I don't even have a phone right now. I'm just in a hotel room.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, it just becomes you're in a hotel room and it's kind of boring. And it's...
But you're in the Bon Jovi room.
That's right. That hotel...
John Bon Jovi
specifically,
room.
All the celebrities have stayed in it. It becomes their room. So that is the John Bon Jovi.
It was the John Bon Jovi room because now you know what room it is.
The Roz Hernandez room. I'm hoping.
Yes. Now but you're in there. How scared do you actually get when you do these things?
Scared. I really am. Yeah. I only like 50% believe in ghosts. I mean, I definitely believe that anything's possible, but I want to find out, but I'm also like I'd sit there and I think, what would I do if that rocking chair just flung at me?
I know what I would do.
Scream and I would run and I would never come back.
No, I'd be out that window.
Yeah, it's really scary.
Yeah. I couldn't even put myself in those positions to even try to do that. But weirdly enough, I love haunted houses. Like I like going on a haunted house. I love that.
I get violent at those. I punch if somebody jumps out at me. But these, so of the 3 that I released, I do believe I had some unexplainable spooky things happen. But that's the other thing with you watch those shows and something happens before every commercial break. And I kind of wanted to just like have fun and do comedy within it. And if nothing happens, nothing happens. But, I don't want to fake it. So
no, and you say that at the beginning. You're saying like, hey, we're going to have fun. This is going to be a funny show, but I'm not faking these things.
Yes. But so then when things do happen, I think it's pretty legit.
That's what was scaring me. Yeah. Was just like, because I know it's just like, well, this is not a put on. It's like those movies. Now you see me, now you do. You know those movies where it's like the magic people team up to solve a crime.
Where they do cuts and constantly and editing.
What do I care if I'm watching Jesse Eisenberg do magic if I know they took 3 days to film that from 6 different angles? Like that's not magic.
I know.
Like is it? But you're just locked in on that thing. I really thought that chair moved. I just was like, I was scared for you when I saw that. Now, you like the haunted stuff. Did you see, the Super Bowl? The big game is coming up.
When is it?
Sunday.
This Sunday?
It's this Sunday.
Oh my God, I had no clue.
Now, where are you at on Super Bowl halftime shows?
I feel like I usually watch that later. I don't ever watch it.
Well, there's no reason to watch it during the thing. It's just on. It's everywhere.
Right
afterwards.
Yeah. So I usually just watch that. I just watch highlights after, never of the game.
Okay.
But what were the best commercials? Oh, you gotta see this one. You'll never guess who was in this one. I'll put that on. And then, guess who came out at the Super Bowl halftime? Jumped out of the cake. It's Missy Elliott. And so I got to watch it, to see how she's doing.
Now, the tradition of Super Bowl halftime shows, I'm going to name a few of them for you. So let's see if you knew this.
Okay.
1974. Do you know who the performer was for the Super Bowl 8?
Liberace.
It was not Liberace. It was the University of Texas Longhorn Band. Like they would just have it didn't become a show for a very long time. Super Bowl 11. The Los Angeles Unified All-City Band with the New Mouseketeers.
Was that like
and that was
Britney
it.
Spears and those people?
No, this is 1977.
Oh,
so it's just like
okay.
they're just like wasting everybody's time. Then you jump Up With People would do them. Up With People was like this kind of rah like pseudo Christian vocal thing.
Oh, really?
Up With People did it multiple times. Super Bowl 21, 1987. George Burns, Mickey Rooney.
No.
The Grambling State University and USC marching bands, Disney characters, and then a Southern California drill team.
With drills.
Well, no, I don't say drills. Like
they had actual drills to put us out of our misery.
Yes, I would get the drill right here.
I wonder if Julie Klausner knows that Mickey Rooney.
Well, she'll go back in time and do something. She'll do that thing like Black Sunday with the blimp. It'll be Julie flying the blimp. She knows Mickey Rooney's in the building. Super Bowl 12, Chubby Checker, the Rockettes. It's just like marching bands and old celebrities.
Interesting.
And it changed with... Who did it change with? Super Bowl 30, 1996, Diana Ross. Super Bowl 31, the Blues Brothers, ZZ Top, James Brown. Yeah. Super Bowl 32, we have Boys to Men, Smokey Robinson, Martha Reeves, The Temptations, Queen Latifah. See, now they're starting to get a little hipper at a point, by degrees. Gloria Estefan and Stevie Wonder. Then like Super Bowl, 36. Then U2 played it. So now all of a sudden it's just like, and somebody just asked in the chat, this is a best question. What on earth did George Burns do at the hat? What did he come out? He's like, hey, everybody. Like he smoked a cigar on stage?
Yeah. He did a monologue.
Yeah. Who do you think's going to win the game? It's just, Sting. Then you get into, look at this lineup. Super Bowl 2004. Super Bowl 38, Janet Jackson.
That was the boobie, right?
Yeah. No, is this the one? No. I don't know if this is the one. Is this
Nipplegate?
Is this Nipplegate? I don't think Nipplegate was in 2004, was it? Because this is Janet Jackson, P. Diddy, Nelly, Kid Rock, Justin Timberlake, and Jessica Simpson. All on the same bill. Wow, that's a real...
P. Diddy.
Yeah. Then you have Paul McCartney, Madonna, Beyonce. Now they just start getting into the big fish where they headline. 2000. Well, Justin Timberlake did it again. Yeah, no, these Super Bowls. Rihanna was half asleep.
Oh, I remember that one because that was just a few years ago.
Yeah, that was like 3 years ago. And
I was in a nail salon.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Las Vegas in a nail salon shooting something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was shooting something and I needed to get my nails done for the next day's shoot. Okay. And they had it on. And me and all the ladies in Las Vegas in the nail salon, we had so much fun watching Rihanna.
Yeah. Everybody's like, Rihanna's back. And then you watch it, just like, she might not be back yet. Because she looked like she just like had some Z-Quil before the performance. It's a big show.
It's a big one.
Splash some cold water on your face.
Where's George Burns when you need him?
Yeah, where's George Burns? He comes out with Rihanna. But yes, 2004 was...
The ghost of George Burns.
Yeah.
I want the Asparamancer to do the next one.
Yeah, that would mean... I think a few things might have happened in with football for if suddenly the Asparamancer, if they go from U2, Beyonce, Asparamancer.
You gotta get into the Asparamancer. Her name's Jemima Packington.
I'm ready.
She's everything.
I'm ready, Roz. I'm ready for the Asparamancer. Yeah. No, this is everybody's saying it's 2004 was Nipplegate. That was Nipplegate. So I apologize. Okay. I can't keep track of years at all with stuff like that. Are you bad at that?
It's been getting worse. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I literally remember nothing. I don't even remember if Haley Joel Osment was on The Best Show. And that was 45 minutes ago. I'm in the memento
pretty sure he
stage of my
was.
life right now.
Oh no.
Where I need to start writing things on my arms to remind myself Haley Joel Osment was on The Best Show.
He was.
I'll just write it on my arm.
That really did happen.
I think I'm going to run out of skin if I'm writing. If that's like the stuff I'm writing down.
That's what people's tattoo sleeves are.
Yeah.
It's so they can remember skulls and crossbones and stuff.
Yeah. I guess you need to remember.
You just don't want to forget.
Skulls and crossbones.
Because you might forget what's under my skin.
Yeah.
Bones.
You might not remember there's bones under there.
So you have to get that. You go, oh, what do angels have on their back? Oh, yeah, wings. I need to remember. Let me put that on my back.
What is your relationship to or opinion of the Clown Motel?
Well, my father was a professional clown.
Seriously? Okay. All right.
Yes, I'm a Nepo baby.
Yeah. Oh, another Nepo baby coming through.
My father was a professional clown.
Okay.
And he and I got into being a clown as a kid.
Okay. So you would do some clowning.
Society has changed a lot. And I mean, a lot of people have never liked clowns, but you don't really see clowns the way you once did. But honey, I was booked at age 10. I was booked doing all kinds of parties. I can still make balloon animals.
You could make a balloon. Like which balloon animals could you make?
My favorite's a poodle.
Okay.
Yeah. I could do all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
But, and I can juggle, whatever. I'm not didn't come here to brag and give you my resume. But
is this on the back of your headshot?
My headshot.
Balloon animals.
Yes, juggling balloon animals. Can't do a unicycle, but I'll tell you so I can get the job. But anyway, so Clown Motel. Yeah, I went to the Clown Motel in where is that? Nevada.
Yeah, it is.
Have you been?
I've never been. Talk about being scared to go somewhere because it feels like the kind of place you'd go to, and then I would realize, oh, I'm actually here, and now I guess I have to stay here. It's not theoretical anymore.
Yes. Well, so we went for the first episode of the short-lived television show I was on, where we were ghost hunting.
Yes.
And that place, it was really spooky.
Yeah.
It was like, I was just creeped. I mean, and I do like clowns. They feel like home.
So when you're just a sidebar, your father is a clown. He would do parties. What was he kind of thing?
Well, he was a firefighter.
Okay.
And he had like a firefighter character.
Okay.
And so he would do kind of like educational stuff as a clown.
Okay.
I guess a little silly about it, but
then would he at one point be like, seriously, kids, you need to. Was that a part of like? Definitely. I know I'm the clown here, but
yes,
enough of the clowning.
Let's put the clowning away for a second. Stay away from matches. But the Clown Motel, the thing, it doesn't feel like home when you are in the rooms because the rooms of the Clown Motel in Nevada have murals of like Reagan from The Exorcist, like a giant, it's like they're going for spooky.
So they know what they've got and they're kind of leaning into it.
I think it started as like, we just like clowns. And then it just became like, because it's also right next to a graveyard.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a perfect spooky thing.
There was a guy who was a listener to the show. Maybe I hope he still is a listener to the show. He stayed at the Clown Motel for a month. For an entire month.
Well, there's people that like live there.
Yeah. Well, he joined them for 1 month and he would call in from the Clown Motel and just be like, it's actually rough here. I'm not enjoying it anymore.
We actually met some lovely people that lived there, but I will say from my experience, that lived in the town. I never met anyone that lived at the hotel, but I think people do stay there for long terms. But the people in that town, I can't think of what it was, Tonopah, Nevada. We met some really great people, but I also did not like the town at all. It was I was scared.
A little too cool for you. You felt a little square in the town.
No.
No.
I was scared.
No, of course. No,
yeah.
I'm just joking around. But no, that's a legitimately scary experience.
It's like out in the middle of nowhere, guns on the belt on a couple of people.
Yeah.
Like, it was spooky.
Yeah.
Bad looks and
that's a rough that's a rough experience. Well, you definitely how many people were there with you? Because at least
we had a pretty big crew.
Okay, well that at least makes you feel a little safe that you're not alone at the Clown Motel.
Oh, absolutely.
No, I couldn't. I don't even know if I could drive by this place, to be honest, Roz. That's how cowardly I am. No, it's not. It just gets to me. I like. Some people are scared of. Like I talked to Julia, my wife, Julia, and we also met at our Halloween party. Is where we met at our house.
Iconic Halloween party.
Yes, you were there.
You were Lana Del Rey.
I was Lana Del Rey, and you were Lisa
Rinna.
Yeah, that was a real powerhouse. It was like,
and I thought you were Lana Del Rey. So I was like, why is Lana Del Rey here?
Well, that's the nicest thing. Yeah, that was 4 hours of prep for that. Yeah.